Yeah, oh, I meant to look into too, because like immediately when you were saying it, I'm like, oh, trouble with tribbles. And I was like, wait, how did they solve that? So I like looked it up, and it's like, yeah, they just beamed them all to a Klingon ship. So I'm like, dang it, we can't really do that. They
Uh,
didn't really solve the problem. But I was like, there
right.
are later episodes, but I'm like, I feel like they did something, but I didn't look into this.
If we
Maybe
had like
they figured
higher
out the
level
problem.
magics, I think we would have like more opportunities.
Or the portal wand would be perfect for
Oh
this.
yes, absolutely. But with this current party, I don't know. We don't have a whole
Yeah.
bunch of.
Actually, to be fair, would the portal wand solve the problem?
I
No,
mean,
it
it
wouldn't
depends
solve the
on.
problem.
It would move the problem
Well,
somewhere
I
else.
guess.
I mean, if we
Yeah.
just needed to move the problem elsewhere, we could literally just open the doors, unleash the cat flood, and then get to the statue after that.
Yeah, that's true. But it can move it to like somewhere where there's less folk around and more just ecological disaster to be had.
Can we tell if the statue is attached to the floor? Could I levitate the statue out of there?
You have not seen the statue.
I communicate that to the person who was looking at the statue.
No one has seen the statue.
Oh, I thought. Oh, because it's buried?
Hmm.
Yeah, it is
Oh, okay.
buried
My bad.
shit deep under a bunch of cats.
But it was moved recently.
Yeah.
There you go.
so-
It's probably not attached to the floor per se.
Hmm.
But I don't know if I can cast levitate on it if I can't see.
Sure, sure.
Check.
Louis, you are
Yep,
a
that
needy
you can
dog.
see. Yep, I have to be able to see it.
Hmm.
It is submerged, for lack of a
Mhm.
better term, apparently.
For those who do magic, are there any magics that you know of that could locate some kind of object like such as the stolen goods that we are seeking?
I've already suggested locate object.
Shit.
We seem to be lacking in the castability department.
Oh shit, my drink's across the room. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay.
Feel free to
Even-
keep formulating a plan, and when I get back, I'll be like, hey, I'm back. Anything
Sure,
new?
sure. Even as far as like a scroll goes, it's on nobody's list.
It's above my level, and
Mm.
Flint is not the smartest branch on the thing that has nothing to do with the particular metaphor that's occurring.
I catch your breeze. Oh boy,
This is just a weird problem.
it is a weird problem.
Hey, I'm back. Anything new?
Nah.
Not a thing.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, what did you expect something new to come up like?
Well, I just didn't expect this problem to be necessarily like as problematic as it is, but it's fun.
Because my only thought is to locate the stolen objects and return them to the temple, and perhaps that might appease whatever power that may be upset due to their loss. I mean, it began at the same time as the objects were taken, approximately.
That's my thinking too. I'm just worried about the cats that are building up in this thing.
Well, yes, I also worry about that, but I also am concerned about how we go about locating those stolen objects with so little information.
Mm-hmm.
We must not fear the inevitable. No need to worry about it. It's already here.
I didn't really recap. Well, you guys kind of jumped right in to start.
Yeah, sorry.
Fair,
And-
sorry.
and,
It was just
I
so fresh in
wanted
our
to-
brains.
Yeah, and I was just gonna like leave you with that final moment again. Was that Tower was leaving from that window, and you heard a large, unified, guttural
Oh, right.
yowl from within.
That is right. Thank you.
Oh yeah, some new strange bullshit. What the hell was that?
And Tower will pause at the exiting of the window there and turn back to see if it can make out any kind of singular unified form.
Okay, I'll let you do another perception check in that moment. Sure.
For sure. Here it goes to save the day. Percept.
Scanning this sea of cats, nothing quite besides what I told you before, with that every once in a while just like a bubbling from a semi-central point. Where the halfway mark of this building would be, it's further from you than what the center line would be. Does that make sense? It's towards the back, but it's still closer to center than the back walls.
Yes, I totally understand you. Like a hockey,
3/4.
not what right, but like a hockey, not mid-court line, but the red line.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Yeah, it's just further down that way. There is that bubbling that's going off every few seconds.
Mhm.
I suppose we could think of it as per round, more
Sure,
bubbling
sure.
of that happens. Not much else out of the ordinary.
So the question is, really, do we let these cats out, or do we kill these cats? Or find the objects and hope that the cats will take care of themselves once the objects are in place?
That's where I'm at.
But I think that's an awful large amount of hope and a lot to leave to chance, and it's just going to be more cats. But yes, I think that's going to be the quickest solution to stopping the cats coming. I don't know, but
I
where to begin?
do.
So
Do we know? Can we tell based off of the bits that are coming through the door and stuff? Are they all alive, or have like the bottom layer died? Are we
All the
able to
cats
tell
that are
that?
escaping through the door are certainly alive,
Well, yeah, but I
and
mean,
that's
like,
about all that we
can we
can.
tell? Like, are they coming from higher up, and like, there's nothing happening at the bottom layer?
the doors are barred, right? Like, are paws coming at the bottom, or like in
Yeah.
the middle, or over the top, or all of it?
At this point, it's coming from all of it,
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
and
Perhaps.
all you're able to make out is just the like 3.5 inches that are allowed beyond. Does that make sense? Like
Mhm.
the door is just like well, now that it's barred, I'm not quite sure that it's working out that way anymore. But before, when he was just holding the door back and it was slightly jarred, letting things escape, it was top to bottom madness of cats
Mhm.
pouring, and then they would pour through from wherever they could. You know.
Mhm. So perhaps whatever power is conjuring these, I believe, and I'm not a super religious person, but I do believe that there are a pantheon of gods up there that do have power, and this is a temple of Bast, and they are cats. Perhaps they are magically protected from the crushing weight of themselves while in the temple. Only speculation. I do not know.
Do we know who would be against Bast? For someone
Mm,
that might want to steal an object?
Again, not super religious.
Am I? I don't believe I am.
May I make a roll to posit on that?
Guess I'm not horrible at it.
Sure. You would. I mean, everyone knows that Bast is the god of vengeance, or is a goddess of vengeance, or at least part of her domain would fall in that way, and things like that can rub folks the wrong way. Sure. Just want to flip to something to be a little more accurate. Oh, that's odd. Yeah, and also very connected to war. A lot of soldiers sometimes revere her. But nothing striking you, at least as far as I'm concerned, as like, oh, I bet it's these guys, you know?
Perhaps we can speak to local law enforcement. There might be some famous local ruffians or scoundrels or thieves that might be a place to start looking for things.
I got nothing else, so sounds good to me.
All right, let's go ask the local law enforcement, see if they have any leads or information on the situation.
As if the church hasn't talked to them already. Yeah, let's go.
You turn around and walk away from this place. The gentleman that you've been dealing. What? Where are you going? I thought you're helping.
I run away.
Tower is going to stay and explain
Okay.
briefly.
All right, let me make a quick thing check here. Yep. As you start running, some of the crowd that was looking on just begin to run with you because what the fuck? Something must be bad.
Oh, I'm not like
And,
sprinting. I'm
okay.
just like, bye. I'm done with this guy crying.
Oh, okay. So you don't run away. You metaphorically run away from the situation.
Yes.
From the.
Yeah, I'm
okay.
not literally running away. I'm running
I
away
thought
from
that's
this guy
what
and his
Yeah, me
obnoxiousness.
too. Okay.
But Tower will be staying to explain. Oh, we are intending to help. We believe that our best guess and our best chance of stopping the situation is returning the stolen goods, and our current best lead is talking to local law enforcement. So that is what we are going to do right now.
Okay.
Unless you have a better idea, any more information.
I don't know. There's cats.
I
They
get
don't
you.
stop. I don't know.
I understand. We will attempt to be back as shortly as humanly possible.
Why's it gotta be humans?
And Tower takes off at the speed of Monk Robot.
And it's at this point that the other group starts following you out, concerned that something really bad has happened and that you are fleeing.
Sure. But yeah, Tower is going to be moving fast because Tower moves fast. And it's going to want to catch up to Aranoa and quickly get to law enforcement as well. So I'm guessing we're all going to be moving pretty quick. This is a dire situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I suppose we could also address the group that's here. If anyone has information on it.
Oh, sure. As we're moving along here, these locals that are running with us.
Yeah.
I mean, Sheriff.
Hey,
you go ahead, Troy.
if any of y'all have any information on some stolen goods at the temple here, we'd appreciate it if you let us know.
It could help with the current situation.
The people that are around you in this moment, you don't get any useful information out of them that way. They seem to just be as confused, and you get the sense that you know more than they know.
Just thought I'd ask.
Sheriff, do you happen to know exactly what direction we should be headed? I just kind of went.
Well, I assume that I'm narratively heading in the right direction.
What a great assumption. As I think we already established that none of you have been here before by your own admissions.
Yeah.
And fair. I'm just like, wow, yeah, where? Okay.
Alright, and if y'all can point us to the direction of the sheriff's office.
That question gets you pointed in a certain direction that you begin traveling to.
There you go. Oh, man. What haphazard people we are.
And you eventually find yourself at a modest, what you would recognize as a jail/sheriff's office. Not too much larger than the one you hold in Mayfield. This town is a little bit bigger than that, but it's not big like the city of Arthavis or anything like that. It's still a small mining community, just a little bit more developed than what you're used to. Bigger than Brightfield too, but still by all counts a smaller community. That's all I had. Are you kicking in the front door?
More or less, except without so much anger, but with a great amount of, I think,
urgency.
Yes, thank you.
Sure. You push in. It is dimly lit. I think we established a long time ago that it was into the fading from afternoon into evening hours when this all went down. I think that's true. With all the shopping and the brothel stuff and.
Oh right, that's all today.
And now all the time that you've spent dealing with trying to figure out what to do about cats. Yeah, I think that's true. It's not like nighttime or anything. It's just 5:36. I don't know, somewhere in there. Dimly lit. There's a few candle lights lighting the space. You do see what looks to be a turtle behind a desk, hat on the desk, and is just gingerly sipping a coffee of some kind. There's no bell on the door.
There's what?
There's no bell on the door. So you have him at a disadvantage.
There, we understand you've got yourself a theft and a cat problem at the moment.
I don't have any cats.
No, but your church does appear to have quite the excess of them currently. We are the Red Ravens, representatives of Mayfield Adventurers. Wondering if you have any information on the current situation.
What now? I got my coffee.
Flynn awkwardly looks back, gestures, your local church is loaded with cats right now, right? And also that the church was robbed recently?
No! That's news to me.
You mean that's news to you? Seems like a fairly big deal.
They said it's been a couple weeks, didn't they?
If they don't report it, I don't know about it.
I suppose that is fair that they went to the adventurers before the local law enforcement, if it is a big enough deal. However, is there any local ruffians or thieves about that you have record of, or just knowledge of, that might be capable of such robbery.
Anyone who would be brazen enough to just simply walk into a place of religious worship and touch and move everything.
I've dragged a few folk out of Lucky Pierre's pretty often, but we're a simple mining town. So
Speaking
can't
of
say.
being a simple and small, I'm assuming.
Who you
close-
calling simple?
the person who described themselves very recently as simple.
I said this is a simple mining town, and you turned around and called me a simple.
Oh, I heard minded town.
Sounds like to me too.
What y'all
and,
say your names was again?
And I
The
you did
Red
not let me
Ravens?
finish my sentence. I was saying being a simple, small, close-knit community. I said nothing about you being a simple. Why would I start the sentence? You, a simple, would like that just grammatically. I don't really understand why I would speak that way. Yes, the Red Ravens. To answer your question,
See him jot that down.
what I was saying is, can you, using your local connections to the people, help mobilize and help out the church nearby? There seems to be a very large problem there that I think the community might be able to lend a small amount of assistance if they were to work together. Or no? I mean, you
and
are
what-
a local organizational leader, right? The people respect you. You might be able to say, hey, let's go help round up these cats of some kind. Or does somebody want to open up a cat farm? I don't know. It's a problem in your community. It seems that you are the community problem solver as the lawman. I respect the law. That's all.
That's a hell of a stretch. Well, I sure as shit can keep them away from the area, and if extermination's what you're after, I suppose I can round up a few folk.
Let's hold off on that, I think, for now. But keeping them away from the dangerous area, I think, would be a perfectly reasonable thing for a lawman to do.
All right.
Well, yeah,
He's
we're
gonna
gonna
put his cup down and get up from his desk. I don't know what's got this town so up in the minds of adventurers these days, but I
I think in this
can't
situation,
keep doing this. I'm getting too old for this shit.
and yes, have a great one. We are going to continue along our way, I think, right, folks? Any other?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's right behind you, leaving the establishment.
Yep. Well, any other ideas? I reckon we can head right back on to the source of the problem, unless anybody has a better place for us to be existing at the moment.
Are you going back to it?
I think so.
You have a very awkward walk, just like when you say goodbye to someone and then walk in the same direction to your cars. You find out that you've been parked right next to each other, and you're like, "Oh well, shit." As as the sheriff walks back with you.
Mhm.
Are there still people about looking at the place and around us and stuff?
The group has increased in size.
I want to keep an eye out on all the people and look at, try and search for some people who may not have the appropriate reactions going on, you know, of the standard fear or whatever is that maybe would be a sign of that they did it kind of a thing. You know what I mean?
Sure, I guess make an insight check.
Insight, huh? All right.
Knowing that Shraw is suspicious, Tower is going to help Shraw with this check by keeping an eye out as well. Yeah, that's fine.
Sorry, I was chewing kettle corn. Didn't want to do that in your ear.
Thank you. I think Wendy would definitely appreciate that, at least.
Yeah.
Why only Wendy? Doesn't every human being just not want crunching in their ear?
I don't care that much, honestly, but I know Wendy has a big mouth sound thing in particular.
I suppose there's a snacking ASMR kink somewhere.
That's not the kind of don't care I don't do. Wait, what?
What? That's not the kind of don't care I don't do.
Yep.
Trying to unpack it, but I can't. All right. Scanning the crowd. Everyone seems to be pretty interested, but your eyes do linger on a group of 4 kids, or what we would consider children in this fantasy universe. They seem to have they're not all human, is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
You can tell right away. There is one human And then a couple more ambiguously from this distance, ones that you're like, that's not a human child.
Oh,
They seem to
alright.
be there with the group, but they seem to be engaged in some kind of other huddled activity.
I kind of pointed out to the group. They seem to be occupied with something else, perhaps. It's a bit unusual, no?
Yes, indeed. I'm going
Should
to.
we-
Oh, yeah, do you have an idea?
Go ahead.
I was just thinking I'm going to, as we are approaching, go ahead and move through them as we move through the crowd approaching the building.
Alright, yeah.
See if I might be able to hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
You're moving through the kid group?
Yep, like through the crowd and through the kid group, like on the way to the building itself, essentially. And hoping to pick up anything I can find in passing without drawing suspicion that I'm specifically trying to perceive at them.
Make a perception check. As you pass through the kids, right before you get into the group of 4 people, and you can see that I said there's this like sandy blonde human-looking boy. There seems to be like a child that you're very ambiguous, blue-skinned, some sort of being covered in hair. One even smaller, probably like a young halfling based on their size. As you break through, you just catch the tail of like, my turn, it's my turn. And as you get in the middle, you just catch one of the kids palming something behind their back as you walk through them.
Okay, got it. And once we're back up at the building, I'm assuming we're going to help the sheriff move the crowd away. This is kind of the idea, right? Unless, again, anybody else has any ideas, and I'll inform the rest of the group what I saw.
Well, the sheriff has made his way to the front of the crowd, like in between the church and or temple and this group that has amassed. And you watch as he pulls out a gun from his holster and aims it in the air, fires it off in the hallway. Not hallway, but the
Alleyway.
the alleyway. Thank you. Which does kind of echo that sound all the way through, and all the hushed whispers and everything kind of and onlooking and gasps kind of stop cold. I'm gonna need y'all to get the hell out of here. This here is a matter of investigation. Go home about your business. Have a good night, y'all. You see people start to move away. A couple linger on a little bit. He kind of just tips his hat towards them, and they shuffle off. The street begins to clear.
I want to keep my eye on the kids. Are they clearing?
Out of the group vicinity area, but they kind of go. So this is like a T intersection, right? The main road, and then this was like an alleyway to this church. They've gone to the right and around the corner to the right there, but you can tell that they've stopped. You can still see like one of the kids' backs on the other end of the street.
I'm just going to keep an eye on them for now.
Okay. You can tell they seem to be fiddling with they're like huddled, 4 of them huddled around each other, and they seem to be fiddling with something between them.
Sheriff, I assume the group's mostly gone now.
Yeah,
we could just
people
talk to the sheriff.
are dispersing. Sure. You see he's pulled out. He seems to have pulled out some kind of rope and is just roping the whole alleyway off. From his shell, of course. He kept it in there.
Do you know about those kids over there? Any of them caused any trouble before?
Looks them over. I mean, I know they're kids. Can't reckon I know them as particularly any kind of troublemakers.
All right.
You see the other individual at the door again, waving to you guys desperately.
Yes, we did return. We have no further clues, really. Are those children over there around the temple often?
Talking to the sheriff?
No, this is to the clergyman.
Oh. I don't know. People come in all the time for different things.
So you don't recognize
the caps.
Right. But you don't recognize those folks in particular over the past couple weeks.
And it would be hard for him to even see these kids right now based on where he is and where they are.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, fair enough.
But no.
Well, thank you for that information. That is helpful.
I know it's silly, but I feel like it's the only lead we have.
And they also did not leave when they were specifically told to. They're still lingering about.
Children rarely do what they're supposed to do.
That's
you
true.
have much experience with kids, Erna?
No, that's just what I hear from my friends who deal with them a lot.
No, you're right. Sorry, give me 1 second, half a second. Fuck. Just looking something up real quick. Oh boy. Oh boy. Come on.
Oh, so anyone
Oh.
that's near this clergyman right now, you see the bar on the door begin to slightly bow.
Oh
Oh
shit.
God.
Baggy always used to say the same thing about her sons.
Who?
I never. Baggy. It's a bag towel. Have I not
Is-
told you? That's what's going on with this door.
What?
This door. This door is bowing.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Yeah,
Did you just hear that?
No, it's
Oh.
not at all. No, definitely
Oh,
not at
okay,
all.
okay. Oh, okay. I was
Think
really
Matt's doing
confused because that
shtick.
felt like a lifetime ago. So I was really confused, and sometimes Discord is hard that way.
No, I'm
Uh,
fair, very fair, and I get it. Yeah, I was doing.
the metal bar between the doors is starting to bend outward, or
Oh, we should deal with this door situation.
the pressure of the door is growing. Is all I'm saying.
Right. And what are we going to do with these cats?
could skin him and use that fur for materials.
As much as yes, that might be very useful. I don't understand exactly how we would even create an operation that, and forgive me for this, the bluntness of this, that would kill the cats fast enough to make them skinnable, even
This is true.
as.
Quite
Perhaps there's some sort of gas we could release into the building.
Oh.
good idea. If we have something like that.
Shra, since you were keeping an eye on some things, make a
Uh-huh.
perception check for me.
Okay. Yeah, because I am continuing to do that. Oh
Okay.
shit.
No change.
Yeah, come to think of it, have we heard the large yowling recently? Is that still an issue?
Speaking of, I just rolled for it. You hear it again. The wooden doors of this place vibrate.
I want to look at the kids specifically when that happens.
They seem the same.
I'm just so suspicious of these damn kids.
No, I get you, and why are they still there? That's the real question. The fact that they're still around might mean something.
But they could just be a group of kids just messing around.
Right. But there seems to be something much larger than a single normal cat in there, unless they have some kind of cat group think mind to all yowl together like that. But
Jesus Christ, how horrifying.
either way, right? Either way, terrifying.
Alright, I would like to try a thing. I would like to get over to the window again.
Okay. It's
Peer
again,
through
it is-
and
how are you getting up to the window? Because the window is again higher than 15 feet. It's somewhere around 18 feet or so. Just the
damn
edge of the
fine
window.
question.
I could use another spell, give you spider climb.
We could do that. We could see if there is a ladder available.
Why didn't we think of that before?
I know, that's what I was laughing.
You haven't seen items like that in, at least if you mean on the premises, you haven't seen those items on the premises. You've only been in a very specific location, but
Hey, could somebody check at the general store real quick?
Yeah, Tower's gonna move. I will be right back. Tower's gonna fucking dart off because it's the fast one.
and yeah, you can go back to that store, and that orc gentleman will have a ladder there if you want to purchase one.
I would like to purchase one of those ladders, please. Thank you so much. Oh, do you happen to have a scroll of locate object? Just throwing it out there.
Not really my purview.
Totally get it. Talk to you later. Thank you so much for your business. How much do I owe you on the way out?
You owe me, let's call it a silver.
Tower will reach into its thing and grab the first coin it comes across. Happens to be a silver.
This ladder is 10 feet, though. Shoot there.
Okay. It will have to do. I mean, I'm assuming if there was a taller ladder, Tower would have bought that instead. So Tower will leave.
Are there multiples? I guess I'm not there.
I
I
mean,
could tie them two together.
I mean, yeah, Tower will think. Sure. More than one ladder available?
There are, in fact, two. I rolled for it.
Fair enough, Tower. May I have that other one as well?
Well, sure. Let's call that one. I'll bundle it in 8 copper.
Alrighty. Would you take a silver? No
Sure.
change needed. Here you go.
Sure.
Thank you so much. You have a great day. And Tower's gonna run out with these ladders. No time to count out copper. And obviously run back to the.
All right, you have two 10-foot ladders on you.
I'll take out some rope and tie them together.
Okay, I think you can handle that. You now have a makeshift 20-foot ladder.
Makeshift.
Oh, because I guess I didn't double check what kind of ladder. I was assuming it is just the one, not the A-frame, but the one that you lean against something.
Oh, do they have A-frame technology?
Yeah.
Well, they're about to if Aranoa has anything to say about it.
Aranoa frame technology.
Okay.
Sheriff, I believe you wanted to see what you wanted to see, right?
Yep, I'm going to
Now
start
that-
climbing up.
And now that the ladder is locked in place,
Right, and
yeah.
so I'm going to check into the room again. I'm going to do the shield check, and for shits and grins, I'm also going to pop a usage of the gem of seeing.
What's the gem of seeing do?
It gives me true sight for 10 minutes.
That's fancy as fuck.
So, just in case there is something that is, like, truly abnormal going on in there. Polymorphs, illusions, etc.
How come Compendium doesn't know what true sight is?
Oh, mine does. I can copy it onto the thing.
Doesn't
Here.
this one use yours? Maybe not.
It should. I don't know why
Yeah,
it wouldn't.
It didn't show up.
It's one word, I think, if that,
Yes, it is one word.
Oh, okay, so maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Okay, right on. Good. I'm glad it works right then.
Okay, I understand, and I don't think that you would pick up anything weird here under the purview of true sight. I would say that as you can make a perception check to scan this place, as well as you are looking at it through a magical lens. Doesn't matter.
Rightio.
You catch that same glimpse of the bubbling, as I've been calling it. You also catch what looks to be like some sort of mass beneath the surface that is kind of bowing the surface of Cat, if that makes any sense. Something appears to be moving underneath that.
Can I identify the size category of the strange moving mass?
It looks pretty darn big.
Like whole room floor big, 50 by 90 big.
It's definitely within the 50 by 90, but it does take up a good portion of the floor.
Oh.
It seems to be amassing a space of, what would you call that? It looks like it is amassing, when it moves, let me try this. It's hard to answer this question without, it looks like when it moves, if it were to move in the center of the room, it looks like there's only like 20 feet left before the wall of either side of this building.
Fucking yikes.
There's something big in there, and I think I'm starting to get concerned.
Shra, are you still looking at the kids
Yes.
like you've been? Well, make another perception check for me. You see a small orange-yellow glow between them. Do like a 1, 2, 3, goes dark again.
Is anything happening in the building that coincides with that?
How would you know?
Like the noise or...
No?
Yeah.
And it's just but a moment that this object moves and then everything settles. And it is definitely independent of the bubbling.
I'm obviously keeping an eye on them. Is the light flash happening regularly at intervals, or was that the first?
Now that you've clocked it, I wouldn't say that there's a pattern to it. It just seems like it happens every so often.
I let everyone know about that. Hey, Sheriff, can you see that light over there? 'Cause you're just poking your head in, right? Yeah, because you're on a ladder.
I don't think I saw a light flash.
Just wondering if it happens at the same time as something happening in the room.
I wouldn't discount the idea.
I'll point it out the next time I see it happen.
Okay. A few moments later, you'll be able to, with Shraw's assistance, whoever's around Shraw, will be able to see this flickering of orange glow in between these kids.
Does anybody with magical knowledge recognize this as something specific?
Could I roll an Arcana check?
Sure. Honestly, it looks so. It seems like something's sparking.
Mm.
So it looks more mechanical than magical.
Mm-hmm.
Looks more mechanical than magical.
Do you think it might be a good idea for you to take a look at it, perhaps, as a matter of interest?
Sure.
It seems to be a large concern to Shraw, and I'm curious about it as well. But if it seems mechanical, it seems you'd be the one with the knowledge.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of getting them to actually give it to me.
Do you want to hop on my back? I'll get us over there very quickly.
Mhm.
And do what?
question them. There's a emergency going on. I am less
Yeah, I
concerned
know.
about.
Okay. All right, let's go.
Okay,
I'll hop on
Yes.
your back and
Cool. Yep. And Tower will
come up on them quick and
real
follow me
fast.
surprise.
Totally super fast.
Like I'm gonna try to swipe for it. Like you're gonna run by it, and I'm gonna try to swipe for it.
Oh, like ask a question and make it polite beforehand, and do the swipe, and then promise we'll return it if it's
Yeah.
if it's not dangerous.
Okay.
Okay,
You
I'll
push me
be
to
okay
be
with
a better
that.
person, Tower.
You push me to possibly be a thief, so
Sometimes it's worth it.
agreed. Obviously, we're on our way.
Anyway, all right, and we're there. I'm assuming since you're super fast.
So fast.
Hey kids, what you got there?
And just I'm not stopping. Just we're approaching. You said you're swiping, right?
Yep. What you got there? Swipe.
When you get there, you just see empty hands.
Oh.
Pull up short. Yeah, like if they're not running, Oh, and she asked the question.
One of them.
Nothing.
Want to hop down?
Nah.
Okay.
So, don't lie. We saw you had stuff in your hand. What is that?
I don't have anything. Neither do I. I don't either.
Well, what about? What,
And you
what
can
do you
clearly
have to
see
say
that
about
they.
that?
You can see that they don't as well.
Mhm.
Their hands are empty.
How many kids are here?
4.
I'll give each of you gold if you'll give me whatever it was you had.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh.
You see the group kind of huddle with you outside of it. You hear, and then the human boy turns to you.
Okay.
They each put out their hands.
I put out my hand in exchange. You need to show it to me first.
They look at each other. He holds out his hands. You see two rocks in his hand.
Can I tell what kind of rocks they are?
Yep, they are 2 rocks that, when struck together, will make a spark.
Yep.
And he kicks the halfling kid, and the halfling kid pulls out his hand, and you see what looks to be a half smoked down hand rolled cigarette of some kind.
Oh, I thought you guys were way cooler than that. My offer is rescinded. See ya. Let's go, Tower. Away.
Sure.
Tower, make a history check.
Tower will make a history check. Right on. Oh boy.
Oh
Hmm.
no.
Yep. Okay.
Oh, the tower failed. Moving right along. Yep. Yes. Let us go back. And
Well, what was it?
I'm up on the ladder. So what were those ne'er-do-wells up to down there?
they were, I believe, smoking some kind of rolled cigarette, kind of like that Silas used to smoke.
Well, is that not concerning?
What do you mean?
That because Silas, did he change shape in front of us or no? He just disappeared though, right?
You watched him hop through a portal.
Or it could have been left by him. You didn't happen to find out where they got it from, did you?
Oh no, I didn't even consider it.
Nor did I. I lost interest. Thought it wasn't a machine or tool.
There.
Well, guess it probably doesn't have something to do with this, though.
I mean, they still are over there. They are amenable to bribery and are hoping for a gold each. Still, I'm guessing. If you wanted more information, they didn't seem the type that would run away.
Wait, hold up. Y'all offered each of them a gold piece or a cigarette?
Oh, well, they wouldn't show us what it was first. So we had to get them to show what they had.
And they did not receive the gold piece, and we
No.
did not take the cigarette. It was more a fake offer, I think, a lie.
No,
a
it would have
ruse.
been real if it had been something we actually wanted.
This cat situation.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Indeed. Yep, still a shit ton of cats. Still a giant mass in there.
You mentioned some kind of gas. Do you know of any type of gas that would choke and kill a large amount of creatures in an enclosed space?
Well, it depends what they're serving at the end tonight.
It took me a second to get it.
I'm more laughing at you laughing at it.
The paladin just made a fart joke. I'd like to remind y'all.
Oh man.
Oh, No, I don't know anything specifically. Well, I don't know. Do I? Could I roll for? Let me see. A survival check, maybe of
Sure.
poisonous gases. That was a sure.
Yeah, sure. Those things exist and can be concocted, I'm sure.
Would I know like what materials to gather or something or?
Oh, you know, you need some kind of poison. You need a way to make it airborne.
It's certainly not as efficient as the fire suggestion, but it's trying to think of things that may be less damaging to other things, you know?
Sure, indeed. And I would hate to see a fire spread,
Mm-hmm.
but I'd also hate to see whatever's in there not be in there anymore.
Anyone else got any other ideas?
Nothing for
Nothing less violent or inhumane.
No.
Well, do we want to try and make a guess?
Sure, I could try to
I need to get on Reddit
craft
and just
something
be like,
together.
hey, GMs, you want to know how to completely stalemate your whole party? Fill a room with cats.
Continuously fill a room with cats.
Right.
Do you think it would be stuff that might be at the general store, or is it like we'd have to go gather it?
I can go out into nature to gather whatever you might need. If it's like rocks or whatever, I'm pretty good at identifying different stones. If it takes survival, or plants.
You're gonna need poison, as I said, which usually comes from plants or creatures or things that shouldn't be ingested generally.
All right. Well, should we go scavenge?
Sure. Should we have a scavenge team and perhaps a team to stay behind to work on some kind of device that might accelerate it into the air? I don't know, like why, because there's definitely a couple of us that could hit nature pretty efficiently while others work on the second part of this.
Somebody make a nature check.
Okay. Here we go. Here,
Oh, I'm good at that too.
I'm not good at
Nature,
that.
too.
Nope, bad at nature.
Well, you're better than me.
Shra, you'd know that cats are highly susceptible to a particular refining fluid that is found in a lot of military vehicles.
Ah, wait. What are military vehicles in this world?
Like that tank-like structure that you were following out into the wilds before. Yeah, stuff like that.
Is the sheriff still here?
Or any kind of
The other
device.
not our sheriff. The other the sheriff of this town.
Yeah, he's still there. He's just keeping people back.
No, keep on
Do you-
going. Nothing to look
Hey,
at.
sheriff, do you have any of these old military vehicles around town?
Oh, sure, yeah, we got a whole garage full.
Oh, perfect. Well, we can go gather what we need there.
Yeah, that's way easier, and we just need to work on getting it into the air, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all ain't the brightest bunch, are you? We ain't got shit like that in this town. We're a simple mining town.
This is not the time to be making jokes, sir. We are in a crisis. I'm taking you for your word. Fine, we'll go back to getting plants.
How do you go about making that substance? What is that?
Would I know, since I knew about that it's bad for cats?
Like just what it is?
Yeah, or like at least a natural element that is similar or something.
Does catnip exist in this world?
Maybe.
Just get them all going crazy or
Distract.
put them to sleep.
I'm working.
There definitely are a lot of plants IRL that are poisonous to cats, so
True. Go find some lilies, ivy.
I'm just imagining us like sprinkling stuff or, spraying it from the window, and it's like the sleep. Like the Wicked Witch, like, go to sleep. Puppies. Puppies will make them sleep.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, it is 9:14.
Yeah, I am just trying to understand how you harvest glycerin.
I believe somebody mentioned something about fire before.
I could firebolt this place to
I do have it on
The
good
end of our
authority
day.
that cats are weak to point blank annihilation.
Or perhaps building some kind of cat tunnel several miles.
I can't keep googling this because I'm gonna end up on a watch list. I don't know how you naturally make antifreeze, and
I think we're on cat tunnel now.
okay.
I like it. Can we like gather a lot of feathers, like ostrich feathers or something, and use those too?
I think the fastest way to get rid of the creatures is to turn this place into a cat cafe and then mismanage it.
Oh, we just need to set up an adoption site. Everyone loves free cats.
Right. Oh boy.
How quickly can you adopt?
And cats are famously easily herdable.
Oh yeah.
So farming.
Oh, I
cats
meant we
is-
just stay here at the door and just open them up and one by one and let them out. And here you go.
and somehow just attract enough people to cut a long enough line. Oh man.
Okay. Is this where we're stopping?
I guess, yeah.
Isn't this where we stopped yesterday?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. I feel a little bad for it, but not too bad.
Yeah, it's great. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Besides torture a bunch of cats. Or
Yeah,
spend a lot of time humanely killing cats by gassing them.
And
so bad.
That's humane.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I was more concerned with not having a huge fire erupt and then possibly burning down the whole town.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good either.
You would get rid of the cat problem.
Yeah.
Well, if this is where we're gonna leave it, as you stand almost in exactly the same place you were just moments ago,
I'm on a ladder
staring
this
at.
time.
Yes.
Yeah,
There's a
Flint's
ladder now.
Up
yeah.
instead of tower being up.
Yep.
Uh,
Positive progress.
those that are standing around clergy individual, if you are, you'll watch as the door itself is now moving forward, moving back, moving forward, moving back.
Yeah, I think we gotta torch it.
And he's just going to turn to your group and say, I'm not sure how much longer this is going to hold. Crazy.
Yeah, fucking yikes. Or let him out. Is it better to let him out? We haven't even had that discussion. How bad could that many cats be?
Man, that's gonna wreck the wildlife in this area. Gonna fuck that whole ecosystem.
There ain't gonna be any more rats, I'll tell you that much.
I don't know how many more villagers would be around with that many cats out either, though. Cats are dangerous, deadly hunters, especially en masse, as so.
The quantity of cats that we have here could easily shred through an entire town's worth of peasants in a single round.
Mm-hmm.